Mr. Wormwood is a second-hand car salesman, and he's someone who's got sort of questionable morality.
Mrs. Wormwood is a housewife. She doesn't like books. She loves ball and dancing, loves anything sparkly, pink, lots of makeup, lots of hair dye. Basically anything about herself, really. She loves money.
Miss Trunchbull, as everybody knows, is the evil headmistress of Trunchbull, which is the school where poor Matilda is sent to. She's pretty much as horrible as it gets. She's horrendous to everybody, to Miss Honey, to all the kids.
Miss Honey, she's had a bit of a rough time growing up, but despite all her shortcomings in her early life, she still gets up every day and goes to school and teaches these children. I have to be honest, growing up in Finland, it was not something I've ever read or known about even. So but when it opened, I came to see it in the first few weeks, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And in fact, I found out later that Roald Dahl was actually he had Norwegian parents, and I think it makes perfect sense because there's this darkness to the story, underlying current of kind of black darkness that goes well with the Scandinavian nation.
It's got all of that spiky colourfulness about it, and a kind of gleeful naughtiness. And I think playing the Wormwoods as well is particularly a delicious part of that. Because I remember one of the first books that I read to my daughter was George's Marvellous Medicine. And I'll never forget this. There's a thing in George's Marvellous Medicine where he describes the grandmother, and he says, most grandmothers are kind and lovely, but George's grandmother wasn't. She had a mean, small mouth like a dog's bottom. Now I remember my daughter's face to this day going like that, going, you can't say that. You can't say that. And this is the thing about Roald Dahl, which is that there is a kind of gleeful naughtiness about it, which is, all of the kids these days, they've lived through South Park and Family Guy, and we kind of take that for granted now, but he really was the first, I think, that pioneer in that just those naughty things, and we get a lot of delicious things like that to do, which is kind of breathtakingly vulgar, really.
I wanted to be a teacher, so this is kind of the most perfect
I wanted to be a woman. So I didn't. Not really. Everyone's a winner. No, hey! No, I didn't. When I was young, when I was like 4 or 5, I didn't quite get the whole growing up thing. I wanted to be a fire engine for quite some time because I had a book called Tingling the Little Fire Engine, who went on all these adventures, and I just wanted to be tingling. So for quite some time, I wanted to be a fire engine. Broke my heart when I realised that wasn't going to happen.
I wanted to work in a bank or a secretary or something like that. I think I just like dressing up, to be fair, really.
It's got to be rock star, isn't it?
Rock star?
Come on, it's got to be rock star. Just to try it, Just to try it and get bored of it and then be an ex-rock star. Never gets old, really.
Guitar and throw the telly out
get all hoarse and just, not remember people's names. And, I'm like that anyway.
Are you going to tell them about your nose?
Can I tell you about my nose?
Please let me tell you
We agreed this before we came in, right? I've never done a musical before. I've done lots and lots of straight plays and I've done lots of dramas, but I've never done anything that's quite put this strain on my voice. So my voice was getting a little bit hoarse after singing so much. So one of my colleagues that I was working with said, what are you doing to look after your voice? I said, well, I'm not really doing anything. He said, you should steam it. You should steam your voice, Just get some hot water, put a towel over your head, like when you've got a cold. It's really good. It's really great for the voice. It really makes it, you'll notice a difference. So I tried it and I put the towel over my head. I put my nose in the boiling water and it scorched the end of my nose. And that's why I've got this red circle at the end of my nose.
Kids don't do this at home.
Any kids who are going into show business, particularly musical theatre, it's very important that they know this. It's just like, don't do what I do, because you will have a mark on you that proves that you're a fool. And everyone you meet will laugh at you.
Priceless.
It's true.
You cry, you laugh, you're completely scared along with everyone else. It has moments when you jump out of your seat, and at the same time you get really, really into the lovely relationship, for instance, of Matilda and Miss Honey.
When you come out of this, it's like, it was funny. It was funny, and it makes me feel like I'm so glad to be alive.
It's unpredictable. There's nothing formulaic about this show. You won't see another show like it. scene to scene, you don't know what's coming next. And whether you're a fan of Tim Minchin's or just a fan of musical theatre, and no matter what age you are, as Miria said earlier on, you will love the show, and you will laugh, and you will cry, and you'll want to come and see it again.